if you want to hear some of the best advice that people have to offer, ask them what advice that they would give to their son or daughter when they're graduating college, right? After they've thought about it for a couple hours, what have been the things in their life that have really made a difference that they hope that their child takes with them as they're leaving college and setting off on their adult life. And that's what this weekend is for me. I'm here on my daughter's college. It's a celebratory weekend. She's graduating. And these are the 4 or 5 items that I'm going to be sharing with my daughter tomorrow after she graduates. So if you're curious what some of my best advice is, go for a walk with me and we'll talk about it. And you know, the first one is to not fear failure. You know, young people are doing all the things right. They're checking all the boxes. It's really about succeeding academically for a lot of young people early on. But one of the negatives of that is they can feel like they can't fail. You know, they can't have a failure on their resume, and that can really be limiting. And I think what you want to do is you want to look back at your life and say, you know, when I had my chance to take a swing at the plate, when I got invited up to the big leagues, I said yes, and I gave it my all. And you know, whether you win or lose, at least you took that opportunity and did the most with it that you can. And full disclosure, you know, I've had plenty of failures in my life. Did they sting? Absolutely. But you know what? The sting of failure is quite a bit less than the agony of regret and wonder what could have happened. What if? You don't want to have that. You don't want to have that in your life. Okay, number 2, you really have 2 choices in life. You can either build your dreams or you can build somebody else's dream. And you know, this comes from my entrepreneurial days. You're either building somebody's company. Think about high level. You're either building somebody else's company or you're building your company, right? And that's what it really comes down to. And so the question is, do you want to spend your life building somebody else's company? Do you want to spend your life building somebody else's dream? Or do you want to spend your life building your dream? And there's no right or wrong answer here, right? Helping somebody else build their dream is probably a match for the vast majority of us, right? And there's times where you want to focus on building your dream, and there's also times, depending on the level of responsibilities you have and other things, that, you know what, helping somebody else that's been successful, that can afford to pay you a predictable salary, that you can start using to save your money, to save for retirement, to help pay for your kids' college education. There is nothing wrong with that, but I think it's important to segment the world into that. I'm either building somebody else's company or I'm building mine. I'm either helping somebody else achieve their dream or I'm working myself on trying to achieve my dream. So related to that, tangentially related to that, is this concept of, you know, particularly when you're graduating college, particularly when you're a young person, you have to let somebody else's dreams for you die in order to pursue your own dreams. And as a father, as somebody that has dreams for my daughter, this is what I'm going to tell her tomorrow after graduation is, you know, let's see if I can get through this without choking up. You know, your father has dreams for you, but you know what? It's your life. It's not your father's life. So don't worry about what my dreams are for you. You know, let Papa's dreams for you die, and pursue your own dreams. And you know, that's hard for me to say because Papa Papa's a big fan of hers, but what's more important is this is her life. All of us get one life, and you have to do the best that you can with your life. Okay, let's keep going. Another item is, you know, you want to think about your skills as your safety net. You know, young people that have either learned a new craft or they've gone to college to learn a new skill, I'm going to encourage my daughter to use those skills as her safety net, not as her handcuffs. And I think too many people use their skill sets as a handcuff as opposed to something that helps them build the best version of their lives. And I think that that's really sad, right? Because having additional skills, having spent 4 or 5, however many years in college building their knowledge, that should be freeing for them. And know that they can always come back and do the traditional thing with those skills. But too many kids use that as their handcuffs, right? They've got to go into certain kind of jobs that have prestige. They've got to go into certain types of jobs that pay really well. And that can feel like handcuffs to a lot of people. So just really encouraging my daughter to, don't let this become, I dropped my notes here, don't let this become your handcuffs. Let this be a moment that you're proud of, and that it gives you freedom. And another one related to that is, and this is going to seem weird coming from a financial advisor, and that is, I think, you should enjoy your 20s. A lot of financial advisors will say, oh, what a great opportunity for you to save money and, put some money in a Roth and let that money grow. You've got your whole lifetime to make money. And in your 20s, candidly, you're probably not making that much money yet, right? I mean, they're entry-level jobs so for you to try to save, 25% of your salary, super sacrificial, right? It's hard to do that because just basic life costs money. And those dollars right now have huge, what I call utility, right? Going backpacking in Europe with your friends. These are once in a lifetime opportunities. Staying in hostels in Southeast Asia, or just doing a solo trip wherever you want to go. This is a time where every dollar that you have can bring you a lot of joy, can bring you a lot of experiences. There is a period of time that you can do things, right? I learned how to surf when I was 50, and it had always been on my list. And you know what? I really enjoy surfing. I enjoy the surfing culture and the vibe. But I'm super glad that I learned to do that in my 50s, as opposed to, I'm going to be 59 here pretty soon, as opposed to trying to learn to surf as I approach 60. So there's these windows. Another thing, I used to hang glide, right? And could I go hang glide now? Absolutely I could. I have a lot more freedom than I did in my mid-30s when I was raising my young kids and had a mortgage and all of these responsibilities. I have a little more free time now. But, now I see, fully what those risks are of hang gliding. And so I become a different person. You become a different person. But there's these windows where you can do things that kind of go away. So these are the main areas that I'm going to be giving advice to my daughter, Sierra. Sierra, if you're watching, Papa's super proud of you. Congratulations, kiddo. And for all the rest of you that are watching, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, I know you'll enjoy this video here that talks about average income for retirees, and this video down here that talks about 5 reasons to retire as soon as you can. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.